making sure children are healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeeding in school and in life. This is Our Children, a program brought to you by the Children's Trust.
Good morning. I'm Jim Hodge, President and CEO of the Children's Trust.
And I'm Ileana Varela with the Herbert Wertheim College of Medicine at FIU. And together we welcome you to Our Children. The new academic school year is nearly a week away now, so we know there's a lot on your back-to-school checklist. Chief among them should be your child's annual checkup, immunizations, health insurance, after-school programs, extracurricular activities, and safety.
Joining us now to talk about the health and safety items on your list are Dr. Michael Hoffer, Director of the Vestibular and Balance Program at UHealth, and Lydia Sandoval, Director of the Immunization Program at the Florida Department of Health in Miami-Dade County. Doctor, let's start with you. Sports are a very big part of youth in South Florida. With all this information we're getting regarding youth-related head injuries and concussions, what do parents need to know?
One of the most important things that we want them to know is we want kids to play sports. Mm-hmm. Sports are a very important part, as you said, of life in South Florida, all over the United States, and it's a very important part of growing up. So don't be afraid to have your children in sports. Mm-hmm. Just make sure that the coaches and supervisors of those activities have a knowledge about head trauma, and that if your child does have a head impact, that you see a concussion center in the area.
Doctor, can we talk about soccer in particular? Because this sport has just exploded. It's become so incredibly popular, not just for boys, but also for girls. And I understand that U.S. Soccer has guidelines, new guidelines in particular, about children heading the ball. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. If you look at the rates of injuries among youth sports, girls soccer is just slightly below boys football in terms of frequency. Parents call me all the time and say, should I take my son out of football? I say, well, you take your daughter out of soccer. And obviously it's because of heading the ball, head-to-head contact and impact. The new soccer guidelines are going to be great for the young girls, but they're not going to change the narrative at the older level. Because really, we want our young ladies heading the balls properly, and so it's kind of a double-edged sword. But they're a great first step.
So what are these guidelines?
So the new guidelines for younger children are.
And younger meaning what age?
I don't know the exact age. I think it's below 11 or below 12. They're asking for no headers.
Okay.
And that in particular is the major change.
And you think this is good?
It's good for those young ladies, but it's also important that as they age, coaches then teach the older girls how to head the ball properly.
Doctor, with all this on the horizon, there's development of new equipment for children who play soccer, some headgear. What else is down the pike coming to keep kids safe?
Well, you know, many of our sports, with the exception of football primarily and boys lacrosse, there's not much headgear that they have. And some of these headgear appliances that they promote for soccer or for girls lacrosse are helpful, but they're not a solution. They're not a protective cage. So the best thing is awareness, proper technique, and proper coaching.
So how many cases of concussions do you see, in your program, and what do you hope to achieve with your program?
Well, we have a large program at the University of Miami, and it's been in existence for many years, headed by Jillian Hotz and our concussion team. And that team sees, we see hundreds of concussions a year. But the number of concussions that come from sports, I think last year it was a couple dozen.
So that's good news. That means the message is getting across, would you say?
Maybe. Or maybe it's that we're not seeing everybody who should be seeing them.
Okay, I see.
Lydia, talk to us about immunizations. The school year starting. We know technically if students and children do not get the immunizations, they're not allowed to come to school. So talk to us about what's required, the vaccinations, the boosters, and at what ages.
Well, thank you for having me here. Generally, to get into Dade County Public Schools and private schools for the first time, you need your immunization record on a DH-680 form, which is a school form for Florida. Children, in addition to immunizations when they're entering Dade County Public Schools or private schools, also need a school physical, which goes on a DH-681 form. The ages where school-age children generally need boosters are kindergarten, and in kindergarten they get the DTaP, polio, MMR, and varicella. They may need other vaccines if they hadn't previously gotten them. And they also get booster vaccines when entering 7th grade. It's required for 7th grade. They're given it generally at 11 years of age during the well-child visit, and that would be the Tdap. And the second varicella if they didn't previously get it in kindergarten. For the 11th graders, we also recommend they get the HPV, the meningitis, and hepatitis A if they haven't previously gotten them. But those aren't required for school. They're just recommendations from the CDC. There's also the children entering from other countries. They may require many vaccines because they didn't bring the records from their country. So those children would need to get a set of vaccines here, come back in a couple months and get other vaccines, and until they've got all required vaccines.
Thank you. And parents are very good at taking their children to the doctor when they're sick. But talk to us about the importance of annual checkups.
Oh, annual checkups. When your child is sick and you take your child to a physician, they're focusing in on the illness or the injury, and they're not doing an overall assessment. When you go to a well-child visit yearly, the doctor does a generalized assessment of your whole body, and that's when they're able to pick up any developmental delays or medical issues that may have not been diagnosed or noticed.
Thank you.
Well, you know, Jim, it occurs to me that, you know, one of the reasons why a lot of parents don't do these annual checkups is because a lot of people don't have insurance. And the reason they don't go to the doctor is because they just don't have the money. Fortunately now with the KidCare low-cost plans, that are now available to so many more children, that would be more helpful. And the Children's Trust was greatly instrumental in making that happen.
Correct. We're very proud. As of July 1st, there was a new law that was passed for KidCare that pretty much eliminates a 5-year waiting period for illegal immigrant children. And that law, as of July 1st, allows close to 17,000 uninsured children to access health care. So what we hope is that parents of uninsured children go to floridakidcare.org and apply.
Yeah, that's going to be a big help. And also, the school health clinics, I think, are a big asset. And you fund those as well.
We do fund those. We fund those in about half of the public schools, and they're staffed with nurses, and many of them are nurse practitioners, which can prescribe. And they're a great asset to children and to our community and to our parents. So we encourage parents to look into what schools, if their child attends a school with a clinic, to access and utilize it.
I think a lot of cases what happens is parents in particular, are not aware of the services that, for example, the Children's Trust supplies to parents that are out there, and people just don't know where to access them. And that leads me to my question for you, Lydia, as far as vaccines. I know that the health department supplies vaccines for free. Where can parents go to access that kind of service?
Okay, we have 4 clinic locations. The first one's West Perrine. The address is showing on your screen, and that's open Monday through Friday. Little Haiti Clinic is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we have the North Miami and Clinic, which is open 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursdays, and the one in downtown Health District Center, which is Monday through Friday. But they need to make an appointment, and the phone number is 786-845-0550.
Now, these vaccines, who is eligible to get the vaccines for free? Is that for
any child?
Any child.
Any child.
You don't have to. You don't
any
have,
child.
And all the vaccines that are required for school
are required
available?
And recommended vaccines are available to any child up to the age of 19. So even when they're 18. The only vaccines that are excluded are travel vaccines, such as typhoid fever or yellow fever, but that's for traveling to
Wow, what a great service. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
that
you for having
information.
us.
I'm sure that a lot of people just don't know about it. And what a great service. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you both for joining us. Certainly it's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you
Up
for
next,
having
we're
us.
going to talk about the variety of available after-school programs and how to find them. Plus, we're going to have a preview of the Children's Trust Family Expo, which is coming your way in just a few short weeks. Do not go away.
There are many items on your back-to-school checklist, but medical checkups and immunizations should be at the very top. Children without up-to-date vaccines could be prevented from attending class. And the Children's Trust wants to make sure your child has a happy and healthy school year. Visit floridakidcare.org, apply for their low-cost insurance, then schedule your child's checkup. For free immunization locations and affordable options on your back-to-school checklist, visit thechildrenstrust.org.
He socializes with other kids. I love everything about him.
My boys absolutely love it here.
Choosing the right after-school program is important for every parent.
He's the best.
That's why these parents rely on the new Children's Trust app. To find the perfect after-school program for your child, download the new Children's Trust app from the App Store. It's free, and you can find all the information you need in the palm of your hand. You can also log on to thechildrenstrust.org. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children. Two children, same neighborhood, same school, same kindergarten class. The only difference is one has good attendance, the other doesn't. And the effects of absenteeism can last a lifetime. By the time children get to third grade, the battle is either won or lost. Help your child succeed in school and in life by making sure they go to school every day. Their future is in your hands. This message brought to you by the Children's Trust, because all children are our children.
Welcome back. After-school programs give mom and dad peace of mind and provide safe as well as enriching opportunities for children. Representing just two of the many programs we fund across Miami-Dade County are Terry Joseph Jr., Chief Program Officer at the Family Christian Association, and Ruth Wiesen, Director of the Thomas Armour Youth Ballet.
Welcome. Thank you both for being with us. And I'm going to start out with you, Ruth, and your ballet program. Ballet, I mean, I think it's absolutely wonderful. But, you know, some people think it's a little highfalutin and quite frankly, beyond their means. They can't afford the lessons for children. So I really want to learn about your program, the children that you teach, and, you know, what your mission is.
Right. Well, first of all, thank you, James and Ileana, for having Terry and I here so we can talk about the programming that the Children's Trust has made possible. Really, our mission is to use an art form like dance as a vehicle to make academic and professional opportunities available to children across Dade County. And you're right. I think I'll go one step further and say that I think ballet historically is perceived as an elitist art form, and for good reasons. So the ballet classes are in more privileged neighborhoods. They're very expensive, and so children have gotten the message early on that it's not for everybody. So over 20 years ago, Thomas Armour Youth Ballet set out to make accessible, high-quality professional dance classes available to children across Dade County. With the help of the Children's Trust, we've been able to expand tremendously. So we're now able to serve over 1,100 children. We go from Miami Gardens to Little Haiti to South Miami, West Coconut Grove, and down as far as Perrine. So like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. And what
So you want to change that perception totally.
Totally, we want to change that perception. So we've been doing this a long time. And what we've found is that beyond the art form, the children learn life skills that they're going to take with them to college. So they learn discipline, focus, attention to detail, teamwork, showing up every day, the importance of showing up, and I think most importantly, they learn delayed gratification. So they know early on that it takes many hours over many years to achieve mastery of a skill. And that takes them, frankly, into their adult life, and I think that's why they succeed. So you know, 100% of our kids graduate from high school, and of those kids, about 99% of them do go on to college.
Oh,
so we talk about that shift in perception. Before we started the program, I was at Carroll City Elementary. I'll never forget it. And a little girl walked up to me and she said, "I would love to study ballet." And I said, "Oh, that's wonderful." She said, "But I know I can't." I said, "Well, why?" She said, "Only white girls are allowed."
Wow.
And so it's an aha moment for us. So we're proud to say that now, if you come to any of our productions, in fact, in a few months, we're going to present the Nutcracker production for over 10,000 children across Dade County. And because our children and our dancers come from all of these sites and New World School of the Arts, every child in the audience can look at the stage and see somebody who looks just like them.
That's wonderful.
And that's how perceptions are really changed.
Wonderful.
Ruth, you transitioned to a full-service after-school program from just dance, and now you added academic support.
Yes.
How'd that transition go?
It's been an exciting year. It's been a year of tremendous change. We've learned a lot. We've learned what works, and we've learned, more importantly, what doesn't work. So thanks to the trust funding, we have been able to expand our services and the scope of our services. So in addition to the dance class, they now get an hour of literacy with a certified reading teacher. They get homework skills with a focus on math, an hour of that. They get nutrition, they get physical fitness, they get social skills, and they get family engagement. In addition to all of those components, we've been able to expand what we can offer in dance. So besides ballet, they're getting contemporary work, they're getting tap, they're getting musical theater, flamenco, and the ever-popular hip-hop.
My goodness, that's a full day.
That's
Terry,
a
I
lot.
want to bring you into the conversation. Didn't forget about you. Tell us about your program and the communities that you serve.
Well, we at the Family Christian Association of America, better known as FCAA, we've been around 32 years. We actually we serve kids from 0 to. We have alumni that's on our corporate board of directors. Yes, and so our biggest goal really is to once we get our hand on our kids, we don't believe in what they call length of stay.
You don't let go.
Yeah, we don't let go, and that's the key. We found that to be the real recipe for us. We have Head Start programs, so our kids can transition through us all the way up until, like I said, they go to Head Start, then they go to after school care, then we have youth development department with the teens, we have health and wellness and sports, and then we have a college professional club. So we ride our kids all the way through, and that's been very, very successful for us. And so with the after school care part, with us, a lot of people think after school care is just a kids only program, meaning that okay, the kids just dropped off and people, you watch them till their mom pick them up. But we've found out and we've learned through experience that it's actually a family program, meaning that it offers parents opportunities that they really wouldn't have or could take advantage of until their kids get a little bigger to watch themselves. Like going to work, or staying to work later, or getting a job that goes into that particular time frame of the day, like going to school. Or just doing tasks, daily tasks that they need to take care of, knowing that their kids are taken care of, they're in structured environments. Like Ruth said, we offer, through the trust, it provides a lot of structure, meaning that we have certified teachers that do the academic tutoring, the literacy, we have a structured recreation, health and wellness and sports, life skills, and to take it a little further, they call it out of school time. So that means even on teacher work days, the kids can come to the programs, breaks, holidays, summer camps. So it's really to me, it's a family program. And that's very important because it just allows, especially the communities that we serve, it's very important that we can get those kids, into environments where we just want to get our hands on and provide that support. That a lot of kids need, just support. And we have a saying at FCAA that if a kid stays with us 2 or 3 years, especially in high school, high school is expected for us. We're going to get you into college, you're going to go to the Army or something, and we're going to support you all the way through.
Terry, you serve kids in very high crime neighborhoods.
Yes.
With a real threat of gun violence.
Yes.
How does it impact you? I mean, your staff, keep the kids positive. Tell us a little bit about that and how you keep your program going strong and moving forward despite all the obstacles you face?
Well, we at FCAA, you know, we have Christian values. We just have a lot of faith, and saying that, you know, it takes a toll on you, the gun violence and the violence, but we don't let it stop us. Many of us, myself included, we grew up in those neighborhoods. We live in those neighborhoods still. You know, we go to church in those neighborhoods. We shop. We have family. So it's personal to us to see those kids. You know, the thing about it, it's a small percentage of kids that actually cause the problem.
Okay.
So we decided to focus on that bigger percentage of kids that just need some help. And so having to understand that our staff, and we go to work every day, and we put our hands on our kids, and we just want to make a difference. And you know, and like I said, it's a lot of benefits.
I think you are making a difference, and I think you're doing a great job. And so is the Children's Trust, and you are currently funding over 100 of these after-school programs. We're running out of time, and I want to get to how parents can access that. Can you give us that information real quick,
Sure.
Jim?
You know, a couple of months ago, we started a summer app, and it's a Children's Trust app. We encourage everyone to download it on their iPhones or Android device. We are morphing in on August 15th. It'll be loaded with all the after-school programs. It'll change from summer to after-school. It's very interactive. It's very user-friendly. If anyone has difficulty, you always have our website at thechildrenstrust.org.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you so
Again,
much.
it was a
Thank you
pleasure
for having
having
us.
you. In just a few minutes, we're going to talk about the upcoming Champions for Children's event and give you a preview of the Children's Trust Family Expo. So do not touch that remote. We'll be right back.
The free Children's Trust Family Expo is back and better than ever. Visit the Back to School Boulevard, special areas full of fun and learning, and exhibits showcasing hundreds of programs for kids. Stop by the Science Treehouse, get free produce, visit the free book fair, and enjoy loads of entertainment and character appearances. Don't miss the Children's Trust Family Expo, Saturday, September 10th from 10 to 5 at the Miami-Dade County Fair and Expo Center. For maps and schedules, visit thechildrenstrust.org.
He socializes with other kids. I love everything about him.
My boys absolutely love it here.
Choosing the right after-school program is important for every parent.
He's the best.
That's why these parents rely on the new Children's Trust app. To find the perfect after-school program for your child, download the new Children's Trust app from the App Store. It's free, and you can find all the information you need in the palm of your hand. You can also log on to thechildrenstrust.org. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children. Zika is in Miami, and if you're pregnant, it's time for precaution, not panic. To prevent getting Zika from mosquito bites, use insect repellent, wear long-sleeve shirts and pants, empty containers with standing water, and don't leave windows or doors open. If you're thinking about getting pregnant, talk with your healthcare provider about the best plan for a healthy and safe pregnancy. For more comprehensive information about Zika and how to protect you and your family, visit thechildrenstrust.org. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children.
Welcome back. On Thursday, August 25th, the Children's Trust will hold its annual Champions for Children award ceremony, and we invite you all to join us. We'll be honoring just a few individuals and programs that have truly achieved greatness in their service to children and families. There they are on your screen. This is our version of the Oscars at the Adrian Art Center for the Performing Arts. Thanks to our many corporate sponsors, free tickets are available through the Art Center box office, which you can always link to on our website.
You know, I've always really enjoyed this event, but this year you guys are going all out. I mean, you're pulling out all the stops.
We have. This is my first event. We moved it to the Adrian Art Center because of the demand. This should be the largest event that we've ever had, and thanks to our corporate sponsors, the event is free to all.
Well, I think you're really going to enjoy it being your first year, and I always enjoy it because these are really the unsung heroes behind the success of our programs, and I think it's really important to give a nod to all of these people.
Yeah, and that's why we do it. We do it to acknowledge the efforts of these few, but there are many more also in the background.
And you know, right on the heels of Champions for Children is another great event, the Children's Trust Family Expo, and that's on Saturday, September 10th. And Jim, I know you're going to be out there all day. I'm going to drop by. We want to show you now at home what this is all about. Take a look.
Start the school year off right with the Children's Trust Annual Family Expo, featuring valuable resources, activities, and entertainment for the entire family. It provides parents with a wide variety of information as well, and direct contact with all kinds of programs, health and social services.
We hold the Children's Trust Family Expo every year because we know how critical it is for parents to find the information that they need for their families, where to find the right programs for their kids, programs for themselves, support for themselves as parents. So we hold this event once a year so that we can put every social service organization there is who wants to participate under one big roof, so parents can come here, get everything that they want, find out about all the wonderful things that they may never learn otherwise. So this is our gift to the community.
In a fun and entertaining environment, more than 200 exhibitors distribute important information, including a back-to-school boulevard staffed by Miami-Dade County Public Schools.
Miami-Dade County Public Schools is really thrilled to be able to showcase many divisions and special programs and see the awesome innovative programs that we are constantly bringing forth to help our children succeed.
Don't miss the Read to Learn Book Fair, the Science Treehouse presented by the Patricia and Philip Frost Museum of Science, attracting more than 15,000 visitors a year. This amazing event offers tons of family and kid-friendly activities for all to enjoy, indoors and out. Lots of fun for the little ones, too. Plus, the ever-popular appearances by children's favorite characters and performances on 2 stages.
Definitely, I'm going to be an annual participant. I'm going to be here every year. There's definitely a wealth of information, and I haven't even gone through the whole thing yet.
I've also learned about different programs for acting, dance. Also for my son, he wants to get into different activities and sports.
Thank you, Children's Trust!
The Children's Trust Family Expo, the biggest family resource fair in Miami-Dade, all at the Miami-Dade Fair and Expo Center. For more information, visit thechildrenstrust.org.
So remember, mark your calendars for the free Family Expo Saturday, September 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great start to the school year. I'm Jim Hodge. Thanks for watching this edition of Our Children.
Our Children is brought to you by the Children's Trust. The Children's Trust invests in programs and services that help make children healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeed in school and in life. To access its funded programs and services in Miami-Dade County, visit thechildrenstrust.org, because all children are our children.
Zika is in Miami, and if you're pregnant, it's time for precaution, not panic. To prevent getting Zika from mosquito bites, use insect repellent, wear long-sleeve shirts and pants, empty containers with standing water, and don't leave windows or doors open. If you're thinking about getting pregnant, talk with your healthcare provider about the best plan for a healthy and safe pregnancy. For more comprehensive information about Zika and how to protect you and your family, visit thechildrenstrust.org. The Children's Trust, because all children are our children.